What's up, Bears fans? Listen, the season was kind of a disaster at times, but this offseason is going to be a roller coaster. So buckle up. We're going to be the channel for you. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you haven't already. Something like 50% of you who watch our videos aren't subscribed, which it's like, what are you waiting for? It's 100% free. Hit the sub button, turn on the notifications. That way you know exactly when we publish a video and when we go live. Guess what? That offseason starts today. Some major rumors coming at you right now. Welcome into Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports. I'm Harrison Graham. We are still in Los Angeles for the College Football Playoff National Championship, but there is no chance that I wouldn't get you caught up on the latest Bears rumors. And get ready. It's going to be like this for the next couple months. Could the Bears trade Justin Fields? I think you know where I stand, but with the Bears getting the number one pick yesterday, shout out Lovie Smith, who tragically got fired after that game. The rumors have begun, like, oh, you could trade Fields and pick the quarterback that you want. I'm all in on Justin Fields. I think you know that. I've made that pretty clear. I've also been fair by saying, listen, I don't think he's a finished product. I think he has to improve as a passer and at times make quicker decisions. But what I know to be true is that the roster around him is just not adequate. It just isn't. I mean, the receivers aren't good enough. The offensive line really struggled, especially down the stretch. Defense needs to improve. This team has so many needs to improve on. I saw a lot from Justin Fields this year. Yeah, 2,300 passing yards in the NFL in today's game. That's not nearly enough. But if you just watch the eye test from about week 5 to week 13, 14, he played really, really good football. And by the end, he was a little beat up and players started to drop around him. Darnell Mooney gets hurt. That was a big blow to this team. I want Justin Fields to be the guy, and I think most of you guys do too, but I do think you need to prepare yourself for the rumors that are going to be circulating this offseason. Now, if Justin Fields is your quarterback, you go back to the TO, that's my quarterback. Well, if he's your quarterback, type me down below. He's my quarterback. I think he's a lot of your quarterbacks as well. But he's not for everybody, so I'm curious to see where Bears fans land. If you want Justin Fields, type me down in the comments section. Now, obviously, I want Justin Fields, and I think he is going to be here, and I think he is the guy. But I will say this, and I've said this a lot recently, Ryan Poles would be stupid and not be doing his job if he didn't evaluate the quarterbacks. He should look at Bryce Young. He should look at C.J. Stroud. He should look at Mayo Boy Will Levis. He should evaluate these quarterbacks for a couple reasons. One, just to see if he falls in love with one, and two, to create leverage and make the NFL think that the Bears are willing to draft a quarterback, which creates more trade possibilities. Now, here's what Ryan Poles had to say about Justin Fields and how he handled this season. He said, "I'm proud of the kid, how he hung in there. Transition is tough. Really looking forward to him taking the next step next year." Does that sound like a guy who's trading Justin Fields? No, but there could be some smokescreen game in the next couple of months where, reports get leaked. Bears really love C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young and could consider trading Justin Fields. I think most likely that's just going to be them playing the game. I think Poles and Flus really like Fields. I think they respect his toughness. I think they like the way he became a leader for this team. Fields said today when asked if he could be this team's franchise quarterback, he said he feels like he already is in terms of where he is as a leader, and he's excited for the future. So I'm excited where he's going as the leader of this franchise, but there will be quarterback rumors, and we will address those here on Chicago Bears Now. Now, are you wasting money? The chances are you probably are, and Rocket Money is going to help you prevent yourself from doing that, because 80% of people have subscriptions that they have forgotten about. Yes, that is true. Maybe for you, it's an unused Amazon Prime account or a Hulu account that never gets streamed. There's this great app that I use to help me keep track of all my expenses. And because of it, I no longer waste money on those subscriptions, a lot of those, which I don't even use. Canceled Xbox Live last month, saving a lot of money. You might have heard of this app. It's called Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill. This app shows you all of your subscriptions in one place and then cancels for you whatever you still want with the single click of a button. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you didn't know that you were paying for. You may even find out you've been double charged for a subscription. To cancel one, all you have to do is press cancel next to that subscription, and Rocket Money handles the rest. So get rid of useless subscriptions, unnecessary ones that you don't even use by going to rocketmoney.com/bears now. Download the app for free on your iPhone or Android. Get started. You'll see how much per month you're spending on these subscriptions. Pick and choose which ones you want to cancel. Boom, you're going to save hundreds of dollars per year. Link is in the description of this video. It's rocketmoney.com/bears now. So let's transition to the thought of drafting Bryce Young, right? We actually talked about this a couple months ago. You may or may not have remembered it. We talked about it back in October when, the Bears are trending down. Fields got to a slow start to the season. It was like, maybe they'll draft Bryce Young. And again, my stance is clear. I want to build around Fields and build this roster because this roster stinks, if we're being completely honest. But getting the number one pick is going to spark these type of discussions and rumors. And again, I do think Poles should do his homework on these quarterbacks. Mike Tannenbaum, former NFL GM, said there will be a lot of discussion whether to draft Bryce Young or continue with Justin Fields. Now, a lot of analysts like Dan Orlovsky, Robert Griffin, some other ones replied with, this is ridiculous. Fields is the guy in Chicago. Everyone knows it. But again, these discussions are going to spark. Prepare yourself. That's all I'm going to say. And we will talk about, rumors, news that's out there around this stuff. I will probably continue to say that I'm a Fields guy and a Fields believer. Information can change, though, and we'll see what happens over the next couple of months, NFL Combine in February. But don't be surprised a month from now if you've heard 25 different rumors about how the Bears are considering drafting a quarterback number one overall, especially given the fact that Ryan Poles did not draft Justin Fields. Even if he likes the kid, if he loves someone else, it's not completely inconceivable that he could draft a quarterback number one. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Do I think it's likely? No. Is it a 0% chance, though? No. It's probably 10%. I mean, there's a chance that he could go in that direction. And Bryce Young's obviously a good talent, right? Like, this is not like a scrub. I'm not sitting here saying, like, oh, Justin Fields is undoubtedly going to have a better career. I'm more saying that you just have so many other needs that you actually have a talented quarterback for the first time in a while. Why not build around him? But just to kind of compare the two, Bryce Young, who is a great talent, you see the numbers on your screen, doesn't run much. He's more of a pocket guy, and when he does move, he moves to run, keeps his eyes downfield, which I thought was an area Fields grew this year and needs to continue to grow as well. Bryce Young's a great talent. I'm not disputing that. But Fields is bigger. He's stronger. He has a faster, stronger arm. I mean, he's got better measurables, and he's got 2 years under his belt in the NFL with some good experience now and made real growth this year. Bryce Young is listed at 6 foot, 194. I don't know if he's 6 feet, guys. He might be 5'10", 5'11", and that doesn't mean he can't play in the NFL at a high level. But Justin Fields is 6'3", 230, runs a 4.4, and can throw the football 70 yards. Like, that type of ability goes a long way, and the accuracy improved this year. So I'm sticking with Fields. What say you, though? Which quarterback would you rather have? Type JF for Justin Fields, type BY for Bryce Young. We'll go ahead and make this the pinned comment on today's show because I want you guys to debate in the comment section. Which quarterback would you rather have, JF for Fields or BY for Bryce Young? Let's shift the conversation just a little bit here. David Montgomery, is he done in Chicago? I mean, it's certainly possible, right? And we've known that all year when, Poles didn't extend him when he first came in. We knew this was going to kind of be like a bit of a trial year, see how he does, and if the Bears want to commit to bringing back a running back who has decent mileage under his belt. He, of course, is set for free agency. Not the best photo here that we're about to flash on your screen, but he was seen at the end of Sunday's game taking photos at Soldier Field with family members. So he knows it's possible that it's over. I think he'd like to be here. He's been a leader for this team, but he's a running back with a lot of mileage. I mean, it'll probably come down to money, and if he's willing to take a little bit less to return and be that 1-2 punch with Khalil Herbert, I think the Bears would be open to that. They're going to have over $110 million in cap space, but it's a very real possibility that we've seen the end of David Montgomery in Chicago, which is a bummer, but that's life in the NFL, especially as a running back. A lot of guys don't get that second contract with the team that drafted him. Now, again, Monty, he loves Chicago. He wants to be here. I think he'd like to be here when this team is winning. Here's what he had to say here on Monday morning, kind of during exit interviews. He kept it simple. He said, I love being here. I feel like I've done everything I can. We will see what is next. So we will see. I mean, the Bears can re-sign him before free agency. They probably will let the market open and see what his market is, but he's done a lot for this franchise. Almost 5,000 total yards, but you look at the mileage, man. I mean, you're talking about a guy with almost 1,200 touches, a guy that's had some injuries already. I've made it clear, if it's, in the 5-6 million per year range, I would bring David Montgomery back because he brings more than just his on-field production. He's a leader. He is still a good player. In a lot of ways, he's the heart and soul of the offense. And I think it was clear, too, that when he was injured for a period of time, they really missed him. So, again, if you can get him at a reasonable price, 2 years, $12 million, I mean, $7 million guaranteed, something like that. I think that's worthwhile. You've got enough money in cap space where you could bring a guy like that back, but they're not going to give him $8, $9, $10 million per year. So I think they'll let him test the market and see what it is, and maybe he comes back to the Bears and says, "Hey, I'm willing to return at that price tag if you'll still have me." So we'll see what Poles approaches there. Again, it's the biggest offseason in franchise history coming up, and Poles has a lot of key decisions to make, and this is certainly one of them. Either way, let's show Monty some love. If this is it, if this is the end of the road for David Montgomery in Chicago, I'll always be a fan, and we'll root for him from afar if he does go elsewhere. Get the Montys going in the comments. I mean, all the broken tackles, all the crazy plays he made in 4 years. Definitely been a fun journey for David Montgomery in Chicago. All right, guys, it's going to be a fun journey this offseason for us here at Chicago Bears Now. We do appreciate all the support you've given us already. We crossed 58,000 subscribers during our final watch party. That is credit to you. Appreciate all of you guys that watch our videos every single day. And if you're new here, I would encourage you guys to subscribe and check out future videos. All right, guys, I'm Harrison Graham signing off. Stay tuned. Buckle up. Busy offseason ahead here for the